Ну что, господа, здравствуйте. Здравствуйте, здравствуйте, здравствуйте. В прошлый раз нас выкинуло, поэтому продолжим ровно с того места. Надо опять искать. Мы это все читали. Мы уже, по-моему, даже подрались. Мы узнали, что это охранка.
You seem pleased.
I've discovered.
How about it?
They didn't take.
Luckily,
I've heard.
it's a convict
What is it?
being a cigarette.
I don't
Mr. Shulsky has come to already? Good. We want to ask you some questions, and we're not in any kind of rush.
But first, this one. How about it, Cheswov?
Gentlemen, I beg you, I don't...
Cheswov, we know about Dickstein. We're catching you one by one as we speak.
Do you prefer the hammer or the pliers?
I don't know anything. I swear, Mr. Shulsky.
Where's my grimoire?
We happen to be reading it. Why?
If this is true, and you have so much as glanced at the written pages, all the demons imprisoned there have looked into your souls. They will haunt you for the rest of your days.
That's not how grimoires work.
Didn't I tell you? That's exactly how they work. My cousin looked at a grimoire once and soon started dreaming of ghouls. So did his children. It went on for years until he sought aid from a priest.
Be quiet, idiot. Maybe we should move on to Mr. Shulsky now. Pliers or hammer?
Сохраниться нельзя? Нельзя.
The hammer's a better choice. Maybe your hand slips or you miss and hit your finger. And in the end, they won't even give you a decent bludgeoning with pliers.
What?
What?
I know you operate independently, and you'll do anything so the chief doesn't find out. Am I wrong? Ivan, and I think I can address the chief that way, will not be happy when he finds out about all of this. Konyechkin will end you.
And what now?
Let me tell you how this is going to end. You'll give me my grimoire back, and then let me out of here. And if you don't, I'll make you tear off each other's faces.
So you can get out and warn your buddies? No chance.
We'll take the risk. Cheswov, you can stop pretending now. We'll settle this in a more subtle way.
I thought it wouldn't come out till the end.
This is the end.
You handle him then. I'm off to tell our guys to hurry up with these arrests.
Минус один. Не вышло.
They never learn.
Хорошо. Ладно, предупредим. Так, а на какой кнопке карта, интересно? Нашел.
Polina?
Not now. Wieszek is about to draw for a straight.
Is that bad? How do you know? Ah, fuck it. Give me two.
It's urgent, and I don't want to explain it in front of everyone. Please, let's go.
Fine, let's go.
Hey, we got a deal going.
I'm a Thaumaturge, Wiesław, and I predict you're going to lose today.
And I don't give a fuck. No one leaves here until we finish. A deal is a deal.
Wieszu, the young miss is leaving with me.
Don't call him Wieszu.
Only my mom can call me that.
I'll be going now to read some old books by Green Square.
Везде размотали. Как же викинги опыт купится.
Another one.
What's going on here? Why is there no passage?
Man, on one side, there are the Ruskies that want to come in and batter people, and on the other side there's me not wanting to let them in. And seeing as there are more of us this time, it won't be so easy for them.
I repeat, get out of the way and no one will be harmed.
Take your barking somewhere else, lying dogs. Haven't you had enough this year? Do you intend to drag people out of their homes and beat them in the streets again?
Or shoot them.
And which side of the barricade are you gonna be on?
Is there perhaps a chance that you will help me pass in such a way as not to draw the Ruskies' attention?
And who are you supposed to be? A provocateur, probably? And with a magical book, no less. Forget about it.
I don't have time. Whoever wants to join in, let them.
Gentlemen, I think the Jews have found themselves an ally.
What I'd like to give them is a beating. Come on, Mr. Magician.
Вийшло. Забафались, получается, да? Отлично. А он только бафает. Хорош. Этого надо снять. Эх, слабо. Хорош. Так.
Victor, it's so good that you're here.
Is everything all right?
I was about to leave. We must alert the rest. Are you sure that no one followed you?
Calm down. Tell Victor what you told me.
Soldiers came for me today. I managed to escape and came straight here. Arrests have started and I'm certain they want to close the Flying University. I have to warn whoever I can. Dickstein above all. We must hold a meeting at the antiquarian bookshop.
I know about everything already from the Ochrana. Czesław turned out to be their snitch.
But the arrests don't stop. We have to do something.
Не зря ему не верил.
I'll reach out to Dickstein.
Excellent. And Paulina?
I've already talked to her. She'll be at the antiquarian bookshop.
Let's not waste time. I'll run to Lucrezia first. The two of us will notify the rest.
We are counting on you, Victor.
Позвонить, хорошо? Давай сразу позвоним, пока мы тут.
Please connect me with Fagin, the editor. Śródmieście 3490. Yes, I'll hold. Thank you.
Hello?
It's me, WS.
Have you learned anything?
They reached out to me. I'm keeping the brick, but someone should compensate me for the window pane.
I'll install it myself. My father was a glazier. Do you know where our bloodthirsty patriots are hiding?
We're supposed to meet in Powiśle near the market. They'll have a carriage waiting.
I'm on my way.
And I'll think about whether I should notify somebody else.
Так, нам же сюда. Что-то я не пойму. Подожди, что сад? Как на улицу-то попасть? Сюда? Ладно. По идее, можно еще кого-то позвать. Типа к этому. К менту. Но если не требует игра, то и так справлюсь. Она и так перезатянута этими бэктрекингами.
Have you been waiting long?
I'm a journalist. I can be patient when I know I'll be rewarded for it.
I see that the carriage hasn't arrived yet.
I'm sure they're watching us. Patience. Tell me what you have for me before they get here.
I have information for you that may prove useful during the interview.
Let's start with how you convinced the Lahites to reach out.
It wasn't difficult. I tracked down the attacker. Christian Krull survived the explosion of his own bomb. He was lying in Praga hospital and is fanatically devoted to the cause.
Not bad. And the culprit was right under Zhukov's nose all this time. Is there anything else?
Izabela Lipnicka, Stefania's little daughter, is at Praga hospital. She lost her eyesight due to the attack.
And you probably want to suggest that I not mention her in the article.
Your conscience, your choice.
You're doing fine. What else?
I renewed my contact with the socialists.
Well, well. How often do you see Wanda?
They want to be as far away from the Lehites as possible, and even go so far as to treat them with hostility.
I like this dichotomy. A common goal, and yet a moral challenge. I would very much like to hear the other side's version. You're doing fine. What else?
The target of the attack was Stefania Lipnicka. She ran a foundation on Nowogrodzka Street. The Lehites found out that Lipnicka was an informant. She'd handed over members of some Polish society from Vilnius to the authorities. The bomb was meant as revenge.
So, this was an attack on her? All other victims
were unlucky bystanders, yes.
Do you have any proof of Lipnicka's betrayal?
I saw a congratulatory letter and a Russian medal in her office.
In that case, I can't not write about it.
This is everything I've been able to find.
Incredible. We must work together more often.
Does your conscience bother you sometimes because of the things you write?
Never, if what I write is the truth. A lot when I write to please the censors in the Courier.
What exactly do you intend to write about the Lehites?
I told you the truth. I want to know if they're Polish patriots who made a mistake, or if they're Russian provocateurs who want to destroy the socialists. Or if they're just a bunch of lunatics.
I think that's for us.
Fine. Let's not keep them waiting.
Так, тут ничего интересного нет. Пойду себе сычку налью.
So, this is the famous Kmicic, the herald of the revolution. We have a lot in common.
That remains to be seen.
And this must be Mr. Shulsky. Strange company for a socialist.
I read your manifesto. If I'm bourgeois and Kmicic is a socialist, what are you?
Patriots. Real ones. You will be the first to bring the testimony of the Lehites to the Poles. You will be famous.
What did you want to achieve with this attack?
To sow fear in imperialistic hearts. To show what fate awaits those who betray Poland.
Is this about Stefania Lipnicka?
We want to use this interview to expose her lies, her betrayal. Let the people see her true face. She was no Pole, not a true one.
According to the Lehites, who is worthy of calling themselves a real Pole?
This notion may not be subjective, but rather abstract. Would we have a place in your Poland with Mr. Shulsky?
Mr. Shulsky is too much of a Russian, and you, Kmicic, exhibit far too many Semitic traits. But we are not lunatics. We are open to those willing to assimilate.
Lipnicka's faults are not commensurate with her punishment.
Tell that to those she sent to the scaffold. I regret that we could only kill her once, while she killed many. Lipnicka's daughter will be better off in the shelter. At least now she has a chance to grow into a patriot.
Your victims were all Poles. Doesn't that conflict with your postulations?
Please, don't twist our intentions.
What are the biggest differences between you and the socialists? Because a trusted source tells me that they have a decidedly negative view of your organization.
Socialism is our biggest difference, sir. What's going on here? This interview's over. The police!
No, we didn't come here to arrest you. This will be an execution.
I don't think you know who you're dealing with, miss.
But I know that they'll be fishing your body from the Vistula tomorrow. You'll serve as an example to others.
What took you so long?
You set us up, you son of a Ruski bitch!
I'm grateful and all, but why didn't you bother telling me you intended to bring the socialists here?
There was no time in all this journalistic rush.
Can we speak outside? I can't stay long. The police and the military will be here soon.
What do you intend to do about those fanatics?
This particular Hydra needs to have only one of its heads cut off. The rest will either kill or betray each other, or hide in fear.
We'll see.
Miss Vonda, how about a brief comment for the press? The Polish press.
I promise to give you something to write about, Fagin.
Tell me, WS, in what words would you like to be described?
I'd prefer it if Kmicic didn't mention me at all.
As you wish. Who knows? Maybe it's the beginning of a beautiful friendship.
I don't think so. That wasn't too hard.
Mr. Shulsky, come in. I've got some I see what it is you're getting at. We need bold... Meanwhile...
I won't bother you.
All right.
Assalamu alaikum.
Praise be unto our Lord Jesus Christ.
Contrary, like your father.
I'm not used to getting such a welcome from others. Usually, they go charging straight into my head.
That's not very polite in my view. One ought to introduce oneself first. Emir Bernakovich, Thaumaturge. Are you alone?
I've taken care of them.
Good. Thank you for the onion.
Thank you for the fork.
It's impossible to ignore an invitation magically inscribed on an onion. How can I help you?
What is a Thaumaturge?
That's what we Tatars call Thaumaturges. I'm a healer, a fortune teller, and a doctor. Is something ailing you?
I'm looking for the Black Grimoire. After my father died, it went missing.
What do you need another spell book for?
Well, what good is it to you?
Stanisław mentioned that sometimes you let your pride get the better of you.
Get to the point.
As you wish. Enough beating around the bush. In this place, we can talk openly and take all the time we need. But mind that lying may cost you dearly. Who told you I have the Black Grimoire?
I overheard something on a walk by the river.
Don't veil yourself.
The Grimoire. My patience is running short. Suffolk is dead. You're the only one left. Give the Grimoire back. This is the last time I'm asking.
Stanisław used to tell me you were really sick and nearly lost your mind. How did you manage to get through all that?
I didn't ask for diagnosis.
This Thaumaturge of yours, how did he help you?
With a good word and a prayer.
Do you trust him?
It isn't easy to earn my trust.
And your Thaumaturge is a Thaumaturge too?
Maybe he is, maybe he isn't.
Do you know any other Thaumaturges from Warsaw?
Can we ever truly say we know another person?
That's enough. I don't have the Black Grimoire, and I've never had it.
Why are you straining like that, old man?
Forgive me. At my age, I have to hunt around for entertainment. I wanted to give you a try. You've got talent, and you know how to use it.
You've basically learned nothing from me.
Your resistance has given me as much knowledge as the truth would have. That comes with experience. I want to rebuild the coterie, with your participation.
Why should I care about this?
Because it offers real influence without the need to come out of the shadows.
Very practical.
I trust that now you're intrigued.
So, you want to meet me here for coffee and cake from now on?
Until you find us some companions.
It sounds tempting. I'll think it over.
That's enough for me for the time being. But take my advice. When you leave here, go to the one who healed you. I sense he has many secrets.
We all do, don't we?
Yes, but his secrets might be dangerous, and might thwart your plans. Be careful.
Anything...
Goodbye.
They have... Hey, please!
What are you doing here?
Vanitas, vanitatum, et omnia vanitas. Your father was a great man.
Where did that thought come from?
I can see clearly what a great influence he had on your life, Victor. We both know how much you wanted to be his equal.
My father doesn't seem as impressive to me anymore, now that I've surpassed him.
You think that's where it comes from?
He hasn't managed to gather the right people around him.
You flatter me. Your father considered himself Polish. Your mother was Russian. And you grew up in France. Who are you, Victor?
And what about you? Who are you, Grigory Yefimovich Rasputin?
Me? Above all, I am an acolyte of Christ himself,
whose path I know and wish to follow. I'm not as lost as you.
And what about the rest of the flock? The people around you. You've gathered them, us, intentionally.
Everyone has a goal. We're only yet another stopover on someone's journey. And sometimes our paths lead in the same direction. Mine leads to the court of Nikolai Romanov. I need to save the Tsarevich because I believe that only then can we have a future. I can help him. Do you believe me?
I'd like to believe. I know that you're helping me, and I have a debt towards you, but I also have my doubts.
How can I dispel them?
Why are you visiting the Church of St. Mary Magdalene?
I pray there. But Lazarev showed it to me. He believes in my mission and revealed that the Tsarina sometimes goes there.
Does that have anything to do with Kirill?
Where do you know him from?
I've also been to the church to pray.
No, he doesn't matter here. What worried you?
There are people who don't have entirely flattering opinions about you. They say you might be dangerous.
What people? Do you know them? Everyone has opinions about you, or about other thaumaturges, Jews, women, American Indians, or about Christ himself. What have you heard about me that's starting to frighten you? Have you heard about my wife? Maybe that I abandoned her for orgies and feasts? Or maybe you should just go ahead and ask me directly. Have you heard about my wanton life? I don't judge anyone by who they sleep with, or how often. What else have you heard, and from whom? From the Petersburg Okhrana and its agents? From newspapers written under the strictures of Tsar's censorship? What else?
It feels like you know things I haven't told you.
I can't be sure what you're telling me consciously, and which ones only during our sessions.
It's hard to trust someone who goes into your head without you knowing what he does in there.
That didn't bother you before. You invited me in yourself, remember? You yourself opened your mind to me. I told you I hadn't investigated my power myself. It's a gift. I usually help those who believe. Do you believe?
That's all.
See? I think I've dispelled all your doubts. Think what we can achieve, Victor, if you just come with me. Think about how the Tsar will look upon all thaumaturges then, if one of them saves his heir. Do you see now?
It all sounds lovely, but how would we achieve this ambitious goal?
Together, Victor. Together. And all in good time. You'll just have to believe we can do it. Do you believe?
I'm with you.
Perfect. Now our journey is really beginning. Just remember, there's no turning back. Let's not waste time. Let's go pray. Ideally at the Orthodox. Ready?
Yes, let's go at once.
Victor, it's about to start.
Strange. I don't remember the way here. Not at all.
Should I be nervous, friend?
No. It doesn't matter. I can deal with anything.
Quiet there. You're not in a barn.
The Patriarch Kiru will soon begin an exorcism on a certain boy.
I know that you and Kiru have a past. Why are we here, of all places?
Not in the least. Remember, revenge is foreign to me, Victor. It's not about Kirill. Though if by chance he trips up today, that would make me immeasurably happy. Unlike Kirill, I really do want to heal a boy who is suffering. The people must understand that I am the truth.
And what then?
Then, all that's needed is for what happens here to reach the right ears.
Off to the market with you. Don't bother folks here.
Now I would like you to look around and determine how to prepare the miracle of healing. Go now.
What's my role in all this?
The church is a divine stage. The sort I need to perform on to produce the right impression. People will see me today as a miracle worker. What's your role in this? You're a Thaumaturge. Help me do it.
I'll go take a look around.
Go, but don't waste time.
I felt something. Where is it?
Matyushka, can we please start?
Patience, daughter, and humility. Keep praying. You're back after all. You'll soon see the power of God.
Hey, you. Why did you harm Kartafelig? He said it really hurts now.
I didn't mean to. I didn't. I was angry. Papa didn't come back from the war.
Я в это время без звука был. Простите.
I know you destroyed a holy image. Do you want to go to hell?
No, I got scared. Mama?
Is he your son? Why did you bring him here?
What business is it of yours? The devil needs to give me my son back. He's got me scared to sleep under my own roof.
Why?
He won't shut up about phantoms, and he lies and makes stuff up. And he hauls and hauls. Batyushka, faster, have mercy.
Hey, you. I've heard you were a liar.
No, I don't lie. That's not true.
And that you scare your mama making things up.
Not true. I want to go home.
Don't get close to him. It's the devil speaking through him. He'll tell you anything to save himself.
У мальчика изъян. Угу. Изъян. Угу.
We're running out of time, Victor. What have you got for me?
I've learned the boy carries a flaw.
Perfect. And what's next?
Maybe it's what's making him upset. If I took it away... But Kiro told me to move away before it opened completely.
Don't dwell on it. It's good news. Let's get closer to God. Especially since it's a little too loud here.
Thanks be to God. They're going somewhere else to talk.
Princeps miliete celiestes defende nos in proelio. Down with the evil spirit. I drive you out in the name of Christ.
Priest! Leave that child alone!
You stand in defense of Satan. He's not a child, he's a devil.
Mama!
You're causing a child unnecessary suffering. He needs a different kind of help. True help. My help.
Mm-hmm.
Quiet, don't scream. I'm not going to do anything to you.
Mama! Mama! Help!
He sees you as I do. That only means one thing. Hey, don't cry, all right? How about we talk?
Значит, это Thaumaturge.
Have you ever seen a ghost or a monster? One like him?
Once, one was in the wardrobe, the other in the kitchen. I'm scared of them.
Have you told anyone about this?
My mama and the priest. Am I going to hell?
Yes, you are. My devil friend and I have come to get you.
No!
Calm down, everything's all right. No one's taking you to hell. I see ghosts too. Sometimes they even help me.
Why did God do this to us? Doesn't he like us?
Я бы это сказал, но...
God isn't the one who thinks we're bad. It's the people who don't have our power. They don't understand us, so they're afraid. And that makes them angry.
Will this take much longer? Kirill is about to declare me anathema. How can it be that he's crying here?
He's a Thaumaturge. I didn't know that earlier.
Do you see yourself in him? Do you want to help him because no one helped you?
What will happen to me now?
Well, Victor, we're running out of time. What will happen to him now?
I'm not sure.
Permit me to make it easier for you. What does being a Thaumaturge mean to you?
My power is my greatest gift. I couldn't imagine life as someone else if someone had it taken away.
Why do you think that?
I can see more than others can. That means I know more than others do. Then I can use that any way I want.
For you, it's a treat. For others, it's a shame. I hope I helped. His crying bothers me.
Ну, этот мне он не даст, поэтому...
I decided not to remove his flaw. Without it, his first senator would never find it.
But maybe his life would have been easier without it. Now, we'll never know.
From this point, he would constantly feel something missing in his life. I can't do that to him. Our abilities can be a blessing, not a curse.
You've convinced me.
Hey.
Are we going to my mama?
I'll take you to her in a moment, but first, listen to me, all right? You can see things others can't see. That's normal. That won't make you go to hell. Soon, a spirit will find you, one you mustn't be scared of. From then on, you'll never be alone and he'll help you. Do you understand?
Yes.
Come on. We probably won't see one another again. Good luck.
It's all right now. Everything will be all right. Find peace inside yourself. Peace, yes. It's all right now. Be blessed, Shimon. Be healed. It's better now, isn't it?
It's a miracle. Thank you. With all my heart.
Shimon shares his name with the name of the greatest of Christ's apostles. And you wanted to drive Satan out of him. That's blasphemy. So say I, Grigory Yefimovich Rasputin. The man you betrayed, Judas. We have made the words of God into an instrument for our own gain. Made sacred temples into a vanity fair. Satan exists, and he is here today among us. But not in this small, defenseless boy I have just cured. This evil runs rampant through our homeland, driving our great nation toward a precipice. It's time to stand against this. Let us be strong in spirit. That is the only way we can defeat Satan.
Down with traitors!
Hey, you! The devil with the book! You damned magician! I'm talking to you! Hang on now. My cousin was recently telling me about a fella like that who was in the lockup in Śródmieście.
Victor, do you need help?
I'll manage. Thanks.
As you wish. I'll stay close by. You done debating? Then get moving or we won't have this crowd dealt with until nightfall.
Драка. Его с двумя. Лучше. Прекрасно. Давай, наверное, вот так. Вот так. Минус 2 будет. Идеально. Так. Угу. Это же не лимик. Вот лимик, это. Время. Да, это попробуем. Минус 2 будет, не? понятно.
I can see you're in over your head, officer.
Because these are wizard scum. It's not a fair fight with them.
Enough. You and you. Get them.
We were just praying.
Like all of them. Let's go.
Michal, leave him alone, bastards!
Geroy, you're coming with us too.
Although, they could have left me a coat. It's chilly here.
They're going to kill us. We'll get out of this. I wonder how.
I thought that you, of all people, would be the toughest one in the cell.
Control yourself. Talk more quietly.
In the Citadel. There's no getting out of here. First, the Ochrana will grill us, then it'll be out to the prison yard.
Hey, kid. Look at me. Vanda will spring us from here. We just have to give her time. Have you learned to whistle yet? And remember, we were at Mass. We don't know anything, got it? Unlike him. And now you're going to tell me exactly what happened inside the church.
How is Vanda meant to help you?
I'm sure Vanda and our folks have already got the Citadel under watch. We don't leave our own behind. Don't change the subject. What about the church?
I did what I had to. The boy at the exorcism turned out to be a Thaumaturge.
And?
Seems to me I was the first person to recognize his nature. I'd have given a lot for that kind of help once.
And where did you end up, hero? I got the urge to pray, and I could have been having a beer at Berg's.
Jan Bialek!
No. Please, no.
Here! That's me! You've gotta get him out of here, you understand? He's not even 16.
I'll give Vanda your best.
You watch out. I'll be back yet.
Bialek, you're coming with me.
Tell her not to miss me. And you, practice that whistling.
Допросы. Так, стена. Надписи когтями. Нары. Маленький ад. Посидим.
You think he'll come back?
Pankratz is going to be so happy when he sees you.
Who's going to feed him now? Poor Pankratz. He'll starve to death. They're going to kill us here.
Where are you from?
From here. I live with my grandfather in Praga. He fought in the January uprising. He raised me after my father died. I wanted to make him proud, and that's why I joined our folks.
I was traveling a lot at your age. France, Belgium, Petersburg.
That's all right for some. The carefree bourgeoisie.
Yes, I was born into money. But money doesn't bring you happiness.
The greatest lie that we tell poor people.
Even so, believe me, my life wasn't as much of a fairy tale as you'd imagine. My best friend's father was in debt to a dishonest loan shark, and we wanted to help. I think we were younger than you.
And what happened?
We went to see him with my father's gun, the one I carry with me.
And what? It went off.
The loan shark died on the spot. My father handed me some suitcases and a ticket and said never to come back.
So, he sorted it out. Sounds like a good father.
He was defending his reputation, so he got rid of me, and that was that. I didn't ask him for this.
Shulsky! Your turn.
See you.
How touching. Move your ass.
That was disappointing. Did you know him?
You deceived me, Chief. The book wasn't where you told me I'd find it.
But I could have sworn. How extraordinary.
Really?
I can see you're still using it. I remember how it ended the story of a particular loan shark. Tell me anything of value. Then I'll be able to find a way to help you. I wouldn't want the dredges to pull you out of the Vistil afterward, like Svetlana Petrovna.
Great question, but where's my father's grimoire?
I'll tell you if you tell me about the church. What were you doing there?
I have to ask you something. Where is my father's grimoire?
I see we're unable to come to an agreement.
All this is to get out my father's friends, isn't it? Have you already hired someone to replace the two who are investigating me?
One step further, and you'd have learned nothing. Your father was better at this game. I'd like you to collaborate with me, Victor. It would be easier.
I'll ask one last time.
No, we're done here. Leave us alone.
What? No interrogation?
Don't be silly. I don't need to introduce you to. Ready?
I know everything that I could read from his objects. What are you expecting?
Results. Find out what he did in the church and where his father's friends are.
As you wish, sir. Let's not drag this out.
And maybe you know where my father's grimoire is.
It's supposed to hurt.
I know what I'm supposed to do.
Я у нее разве
Greetings
не
from
забрал?
inside your head. I intend intend to make myself at home here.
Are you still mad at me about Veles?
We're not thinking about me now. You won't trick me here, and you won't escape either. Save your energy. Think about the church and who you were there with.
Бля.
In the church, a young boy was undergoing an exorcism. But he wasn't possessed.
He was like us. He was a Thaumaturge.
You helped him understand who he
Мне
is.
там не хватало сердца, Фест.
Well, I'll be damned. I thought you didn't know what sympathy was. Why didn't you show so much heart to Sophia Scowen?
Сердце. Угу.
Her father hired me. Scowen promised my past would be forgotten and my sins wiped away.
So we both here for punishment.
I foresaw the gallows for you. Have you forgotten?
I don't intend to stay here that long. And you should neither.
What are you thinking about? It's suicide. Konyechkin is a determined, vengeful bastard, and he has people everywhere. What about you? What do you have?
Right. Think what we could do with knowledge like that.
End up on the gallows.
If we play it badly.
All right.
All right. What?
Let's get out of here. That's what you want, after all. I'll help you, but you're taking me with you.
I'm not leaving here without my father's grimoire. I'm convinced Konyechkin has it.
That's right. It's in his study. 2 floors up. Just don't dawdle. Go. I'll hold Konyechkin here. But not for long, so hurry. Make it snappy. I can't hold him here long.
Вот так вот. Так, а мне там сердца не хватало, да? Так у меня ж вроде... Ну, тут 3. 6, 7. Ну да. У меня только по слову 7. Вот там везде 5. Ясно. Нет никого. Так, газета. Про беспорядки у собора. Угу. Так, что у нас тут? Биография Скалона. Ясно. Зачем, непонятно, но
I
ясно.
felt something. Where is it?
Личное дело Станислава, батя. Развод. Дело о смерти ростовщика. Отношения с аристократией. Копии переписки с Надей. Так. Нотариусы. О предпринимательской деятельности настучали. Рапорты сторожей. О собраниях и переписке. Ясно. Так, личное дело мое. Угу. Переписка, дело о смерти ростовщика и рапорты осведомителей. Угу. То есть они его взяли в оборот из-за меня, получается. Фотография Лики. Угу. Так, документы. Thaumaturgов ищет. Самира, я, Исаак Софер. Это с которым мы общались. Ищет Thaumaturgов. Угу. Хочет на себя заставить работать. Ага, вот как меня не поймали.
What do you think of this, Father? Let's see.
Shulsky, there's no time for reading.
I can't read this. It's like describing colors to a blind man. I don't get it.
Whatever you're mumbling, I don't care. We need to go.
Погоди, я не всю хату еще осмотрел.
The guard peeked inside this cell and everything fell apart. Konyechkin was furious. It'll take him a little while before he regains his composure, so let's not waste time. I'll lead us out of the gate, but what then?
My cellmates have confirmed their people are observing the Citadel. They'll pick us up.
Sounds like a plan.
Before we leave, I'd like to grab one of my cellmates.
What? Have you lost it completely?
I have to, because he doesn't know how to whistle.
You'll get lost here. I'll go. You secure the passage to the gate for us. Just wait for me there.
I'll be waiting.
На самом деле, я просто хотел пособирать. Лидия. Так, предпринимательская деятельность, переписка, осведомители. По распоряжению. С кем он хочет ее поженить? Он у нее втюрился, хочет силой на ней жениться. Ясно. Самира. Свидетельство о рождении, смерти Якуба и Марии. Потерпевшая. Чайная чашка. Боится. Ее заставляют. Угу. Так, ну ее мы теперь тоже освободим. Тут все. Первая драка. Ясно. Так, минуту я отлить схожу.
You, what are you doing here?
I came here.
Finally! These night watches have been a real fucking drag. And you, what are you grinning at? Grab the rest of those fuckers in the barracks.
So, have you mastered whistling?
That's how you do it.
Come on, folks.
Vanda! I'm so glad to see you.
What about Michał? And her?
Thanks to me, the rest got out.
Move.
Please, come in. No one should be alone at a time like this.
Emir, they killed Michał.
He is not altogether lost, remember.
I'm going to see Burke. The rest should know. Come on, Yannick.
The famous Madame Samira has honored my humble abode.
Thank you for taking us in.
You must be exhausted. Please go ahead to your rooms upstairs. I'll join you in a moment.
Are you coming?
I'll be there in a moment.
Please, make yourselves at home. The tea is brewing and it will do us all good. Madame, I presume you're a thaumaturge?
Salam alaikum.
Hopefully. For the time being, I'll assume we all have good intentions.
As for me, you have nothing to worry about, sir.
I trust her.
That's enough for me. Let's not waste time. Do not mistake this somber moment for one of peace. This isn't the calm before the storm. We're in the eye of the storm. Time is scarce, the risk is great, and the consequences will be irreversible. I trust you've got the Black Grimoire already?
What do you think threatens us?
You're a wanted fugitive, so detainment, interrogation, and probably the noose. And you, miss.
The noose. They won't waste time interrogating me.
I always consider the consequences when I set out to do something.
But I suppose they've usually only affected you.
Why don't we move on from doubts to solutions?
The solution is to combine all of our individualities. Separately, we're all too weak. But if we form a pact, its consequences might reverberate throughout Russia, possibly even all of Europe. Who knows, maybe that way we could save not only our own necks.
What about Wanda? Aren't you afraid she'll seek revenge?
Yes, and that revenge will push her to extreme measures. But what we're trying to build might save her from downfall. It's one of the reasons that time is of the essence.
I got my father's grimoire back. It was where we both expected it to be.
Have you studied it yet?
I've browsed through it. My father somehow managed to conceal the meaning behind written words. I can feel that it's there, but it keeps slipping away.
I think the combination of our powers might solve your problem.
Can you tell me what we're talking about exactly?
Before he died, Stanisław Szulski created a hypothesis upon which he tried to use the full potential of Thaumaturge's mental bond.
You mean peeking inside each other's heads? It is not arcane knowledge.
Szulski believed that connected Thaumaturges could share their powers.
It's still just a hypothesis. How can we verify it?
Only through an experiment, I presume.
Let's not waste any more time. What else do we need to form such a pact?
First of all, a fourth member. I trust you know someone else we could use.
The only one that comes to mind is Ariel Rofe.
He crossed my mind too. Do you think he could be useful with the reputation he has? He hasn't shown up at the Ruzhitz much lately.
Do you know him well?
Not personally. People talk about him in the neighborhood. Sometimes more, sometimes less. Don't give it too much thought. Needless trouble.
Do you know where I could find him, if not at the bazaar?
I know he used to live somewhere in the heart of Mirov. Maybe there.
The bazaar, Thaumaturge.
I'll bring him here. At least I'll try.
There's one more thing. That Folje who healed you.
How do you think I should resolve this situation?
It would be most imprudent to let such suspicious people inside your mind for too long. Any carelessness may cost all of us dearly. If you're still bound to him somehow, I'm afraid you'll have to end it.
Yes. Tell him it's not him, it's you, and so on. Remember, this is no longer a question of only your noggin.
Madame, the tea is ready. I have to go down now. Good luck, Victor.
As
That's the time. You're
the but
this. Yeah. I've.
Can you? You. Oh.
First, I trust you. I know.
With him I can acquire and control more Salutors. Without his help it would no longer be possible.
I believe that our pact will give us much greater power. We'll be able to easily compensate for the lack of your friend.
How do you think I should resolve?
It would be most imprudent if...
Yeah.
But...
Would that be wrong?
Your resistance, girlfriend won't mind. It's a rhetorical question.
Who is Sarah Rivkin?
You saw my files at Koniechkin's. Sarah Rivkin is none of your business.
I think you owe me one.
As far as I remember, you were the one who put me in the hands of Yochrana.
And then I got you out of them, alive.
Do you want the long story or the short one?
Long. I've got time.
Quiet. So, a Jewish orphan, Sarah Rivkin, was born in the Austro-Hungarian. When the street decides to end her, Fortune sends her help in the form of a populous site. Samira adopts Sarah as her daughter, and... Madame Samira can see more than others. She's the one who made Sarah realize her thaumaturgist. But Madame also has enemies who can reach her in the safety of her house.
So you took her identity. I guess it wasn't too hard for a Thaumaturge.
Indeed.
Were you close with Madame?
Wouldn't you be close with someone who raised you?
Believe me, it's not so obvious.
It was Madame who taught me how to live, not the streets. She was unique. This is the least I can do to repay her.
Why did you decide to come here? With Madame's money?
Anywhere is neither worse nor better than here, but the gaze of Samira's assassins won't reach here.
Scowan's shackles do, however. How did you meet him?
You'll know when you deserve to.
Thank you for opening.
Look out, I might start to like you.
Let me change the subject.
Finally, how long can you pity yourself?
What actually convinced you to run?
A woman without secrets becomes vulnerable.
Let me guess.
Surprise me.
I think I was the perfect opportunity to get off Konieczkin's leash.
I wouldn't call it a leash, rather an entanglement.
Am I right?
Perhaps.
What are your impressions after meeting?
Do you trust no one, or are you just being...
I just wanted to know your opinion. If what we are planning here is going to work.
I'm not sure if he's a good Feldchair, but he seems to be an experienced Thaumaturge. And it's not easy for me, but I think I would trust him. Not that I have any choice.
I'll come back later.
Sure.
Так, ну что, господа и дамы, думаю, это отличное место, в котором можно остановиться. Продолжим в следующий раз. На сегодня все. Всем спасибо за компанию. Берегите себя и родных, не болейте. Всем мирного неба над головой и пока-пока.